Let's look at the next phrase in Psalm 23. It says this: He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. So this is a different Hebrew word for lead than was in verse 2. This word lead means to conduct someone along the right path. And the word path here has the implication of trenches, less like a path that you can see people have traveled before, and more like grooves in the ground. It's the same word as used in Psalm 17:5. My steps have held fast to your paths. My feet have not slipped. Clear paths that those who have gone before have traveled, like wagon ruts. Do you remember the Oregon Trail? The Oregon Trail was a 2,000-mile pathway used from the 1840s to the 1860s to get pioneers to the northwest of the country. In its peak year, 1852, 10,000 people traveled the dangerous journey. It also spawned the single greatest video game to play at the library when I was in grade school. They all drove wagons, and the wagons created ruts in the ground. Wagon after wagon driving the same direction, trying to get to new land, creating deeper and deeper ruts. Many of these wagon ruts were so entrenched that they still exist. In Kansas, Nebraska, Wyoming, Idaho, and Oregon, you can still see these trenches, these ruts, these paths. This is the concept David is talking about when he says that the Lord leads us in paths, in ruts of righteousness. These are the righteous pathways of our Christian ancestors traveled down, paths of love, paths of holiness, paths of righteousness. They did the hard work. We just get to follow the paths. Stop looking for something new to do as a Christian. Everything great's already been done before. Look for the ruts. Look for the things that have been done before. Isn't it comforting to know that we aren't blazing new ground, that every pathway that the Lord asks us to go down, somebody else has already done it? This is what we need, to stay in the same trenches and ruts of those who have gone before us. Man, I love that part in Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing. I don't know if you know that hymn, but it says, prone to wander, Lord, I feel it. I always notice that people get excited when that part comes because they resonate with it. Stay in the ruts. Stay in the ruts of those who've gone before. That's what we're learning from this part of Psalm 23, that he leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. And that is an awesome thing about God. Do you believe it?